Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to practical number 9. Do it yourself rankings with weightings. I'm Peter Okebukola, and today is a wonderful Friday, March the 13th, 2026. Recall that last week we did practical 8, we did rankings by ourselves, and we did not apply any weightings. Today, our objectives are 3. One, want to know the meaning. What's the meaning of this weighting? There was a process, and then how do we apply it? Let's start with meaning. Meaning of weighting. Weighting is where you apply percentage value to a given indicator relating to how much influence that indicator has on the final score. So we've done the meaning of weighting, and then let's go on to the process. The process and the application are the hearts of the matter for today. Now let's look at the philosophy of weightings. Now, not all indicators are equal. Weightings express degree of importance that you place on each of those indicators. And if you look at, we've done quite a number of global ranking schemes, and you know that the weightings are different because of different philosophy. So how do we assign weights? First thing you do is to consult, of course, ask the stakeholders and all that. Say, oh, wow, what kind of weighting? Look, I have this weighting. How do you do it? We did it we've always been doing it in the NUC rankings. So 2001, I brought all the DAPs together. DAPs are the Director of Academic Planning, and every year thereafter. And then in 2022, we brought the DAPs together. And NURA, Nigerian Universities Ranking Advisory Committee, we proposed some indicators, and we all agreed on the ratings, on the weightings. But what we must ensure is that the total weightings add up to exactly 100%. Now let me show you the indicators or pillars of the ones we have studied. Some of the ranking schemes that we have studied. Look at them. The weightings, they're just here, but this add up to 100, everybody. So they decide on what they will assign. We look at international diversity, faculty and students, 7.5% for Times Higher Education World University rankings. Look at QS, 10%. So they all vary like that. What about our own? These are our own 13 indicators. So you will ask me, hey, look at this column. Weights. How did I rank? I consulted. I asked around, and that's what we have. We propose the academic reputation 20%, employer reputation 10%, and all these things. When you add them up, not one, more than 100, so it's 100%. Hey, do you have any any questions? Do you like this? Yeah. All in favor say I can hear aye. No nay. So we're going to stick with this. That's democracy in action. I told you about the 2022 ranking of Nigerian universities. We agreed with all the DAPs, the Nigerian university system, on these indicators. We did percentages, transfer students, transfer academic programs, so university with full accreditation status, and the rest. So we've done objective number 1, done 2. Let's move on to 3. This is the heart, the left ventricle of the matter. How do you apply the weights? The first thing you do is normalization. What is normalization? You see, you have scores varying everywhere. Look at your tests. Some 500, some 750. Now today, the 13, which is the last test you'll be having, weekly test number 4, is 1,000. Look at your practicals. Practical 1, practicals 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They are all different. So, but if you want to now put them all in the same base, on the same baseline, you got to normalize them. That is what we want to do right now. Converting different scores to a common scale so that it can be compared and combined. Without normalization, you know that our indicator with the higher raw numbers will unfairly dominate the total. And it ensures that indicators measured on different numeric ranges do not distort the final composite score. Let me give you a few examples. So one student in mathematics out of 100 scored 70. Physics test out of 50 scored 40. And the biology test scored 20, 16. So you say, oh, you scored 16. But they are not comparable. They are not comparable because if you look at it, if you make everything percentage, maths is 70%, physics is 80%, Biology is 80%. So you can see that. You can see that. You can see that. So you put everybody on the same scale. Even on track and field, track events, you see, 400 meters, you see one person in a lane here, the other person there. You think that the person in the outermost lane will go, oh no, it's all calibrated, it's all normalized. Like you can see here, it's all normalized. Now, let me give you another example. You have a good that you buy for 50,000 naira here in Nigeria. You go to the United States, 40,000 naira. Naira care. Dollars, man. Then in the UK, 30 pounds. So you say, oh, 30 pounds. Oh, this is very 30, 40. You're looking at this. No. You see, when you now convert them to a currency like naira, then you now have a common scale. That is normalization. Now you see, professor, you earn maybe in Nigeria about 1 million naira. Yes, about 1 million plus. That's common. Heavy stuff. That's the president, government, president has given that to us. 1 point something million, I think. Yeah. So this person in the US say, oh, I'm earning 5,000 US dollars a month. The person in Ghana says, I'm earning $2,500 a month, and you carry your yepa. Oh my goodness, this is something else. The US one at 1.4 will be about 7 million naira a month. The one in Ghana, earning $3,000 will be 4.2 million naira. And you say, hey, yeah. But see, you got to do what is called purchasing power parity. Did you know that the cost of fuel, petrol in the US is now almost $3.9 per gallon of say 4 liters. Here it's about 1,000, just going a little bit about 1,000. Water, Coke, Coca-Cola, the cost. So don't just measure, say, oh, the man is 75,000, this thing, oh, I'm rushing to America. Go there and you see something there. So what I'm saying, or what I'm not saying, is that we cannot compare. We can compare, but let us compare comparables. Let's put them the same baseline. So normalization of scores will go, okay, how do you compute that normalization? You have on academic reputation, we have entered so many, some hundreds, some 20s, some whatever. To normalize, you will have to get that score, the score of one person, let's say it's 80. Look at the entire column of the scores. Look for the minimum score. Subtract that minimum score from that score. And then look for the maximum score. When you get the maximum score, subtract that minimum. So it's very simple. But you know, so people, when they see anything like this, any figure, now shake, allow shake, they will shake. But don't worry yourself. This is quite friendly, math friendly. So to get normalized score, that's your score. Deduct the minimum score, then the maximum score and minimum score, subtract to get this called a range, by the way, and then you multiply by 100. Simple calculator will do that one for you. So identify minimum and maximum, subtract minimum, calculate the range. This is the range. Divide and scale and verify output. So now let me show you how we're going to do the one. Give you a data set, how we're going to do it. Normalization and weighting. I'll give you a demonstration right now. But let me give you a formula that you can use. If somebody sees this, will go run outside the classroom. Say this thing, not this thing. So why is it this complex? Nothing there. Look, this round means rounding up. H is the column where you have your score. Either for this particular one is the academic survey. The minimum score, you can see it. The maximum score is the same thing that I've showed you. Over minimum over this, that's the range times 100. Okay, fine. So listen, H2 is the raw score for the institution for that column. Minimum score, the lowest score among all institutions, the highest score among all institutions, the distance for the lowest score. I've just explained that simple, this formula. I've just explained this formula. Yeah, this one. I've just explained this one with this thing, and I'm going to use it. We're going to enjoy it very soon. So let me give you a demonstration of normalization. Yeah, so this is the data set that we used for practical number 8. So what we'll do, because we don't need this column again. We don't need this column because it's based on unweighted scores, just raw unweighted scores. So we're going to delete this column. Delete column. Yeah, that's fine. And then we're going to begin with, we're going to normalize the scores. And it has to be done column by column. Look at this one. It's academic reputation. It's H. You can see it's H. This is I, employer reputation. So all the columns have numbers. So it's H here. So we're going to do normalized, N, let's say N for academic reputation. Yeah, you can see academic reputation. So we got it there. So we want to put the normalized scores of that academic reputation here. And it's quite easy. All we need to do is to knock on the door of Excel. I've given you a formula. Let me just share the formula with you. Yeah, so these are the formulae for computing normalization and weighting in Excel. So all you need to do is come here, Control C will copy, and I will go to paste. See, I'm going to do it. It's so easy. Yeah, so this is the academic reputation column. So you just go to the first cell. Each of these things now cell. This one now row. This one now column. So let's go to this first cell and paste that. So you can see I pasted that formula and it has automatically come say something. You know that given the normalized scores. That's what I mean by N now. Well, you can see that the normalized scores for academic reputation. How difficult is that? Of course, now they're easy. Of course, we'll expect that you do the same, just do for academic reputation, employer reputation, employment outcomes, and the rest of them. They will go after this first one, this normal one. This other one will be normal N for the next up to 13. Yeah, so all done for normalization. I've given you a demonstration. Now let's go to the other one. The other one is calculating weighted scores. And this is the formula for Excel, just like we did for the other one. To remind you, academic reputation 20%, meaning that you have to get 20% of the normalized score, and that will give you the weighted score. Employer reputation 10%, 1/10, simple. 10 times that one, 10% of the academic reputation normalized score, and give you that, and it will go all the way like that, and then the total will be 100. Let me give you a demonstration of the weighted scores procedure. So back to our data set, N for academic reputation. Let's say W, that's weighted. W academic reputation. Yeah, so this one. So we've got to put, let's even do it without asking Excel to do. 20% of this is what? That's 1/5. That is 20. 20% of this is 20. And it goes on like that. So let's try it. But the formula we're going to apply right away. Yeah, so this is the formula for weighting for column H. Let me even explain this. Column H, that's the one for. So this one will be changing to column the H, I, J, K, on like that. But we're doing as an example column H. So we're going to copy this. I've done Control C, and then what should I do now? Hey, you know it, yeah. I had somebody telling me I got to go to that side and paste it. So this is the other side. This cell, this number 1 cell. I'm doing Control V to paste. You can see it has given us the academic reputation weighting score. If you want to see the formula they here, that's the one there. So it has given us all the scores there. So weighted them so nicely. So that's the demonstration of weighted scores. Let's get on now to practical number 9. Hey, by the way, good news. The practical number 10 will be the end for this module. So practical 9, do it yourself. You're going to now have a ranking of top 10 universities, all of them normalized, weighted. The same thing that you did for practical 8, but this time it will be on normalized weighted scores. You do for universities that are 10 to 19-year-old, universities that are 20 to 29-year-old, the top, like that. So that's the way it is going to be. Now, let me give you a demonstration of that. But before the demonstration, the good news for you is that I have done all the normalizations, all the weightings, and I'm giving you a new set, a new data set that will have all of that. So it's easy for you to compute. So this is what it is. I've given you the weighted scores for all the, and I've also given you a total score. So it makes it very, very easy for you. So let me show you how we do it. Yeah, this is how we do it. The first task is to take the top 10 universities by the total score based on normalized and weighted. So this is the thing. So like you did the other time, you just go to sort A to Z, no, Z to A, yeah, that's it. So you can see the top one, 99, 97, it goes all the way down. So you then pan to this place and then take the top 10, take the top 10. So the top 10 will be here, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, here. So these are the universities. Omotosho, Opeyemi, Glory. Universities, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, and it goes on like that. When you have a tie, then you put them all together. Let me see if there's a tie. No tie. Good for you. And then you take on the next one after accounting for the ties. So that is the one for, let me just go back to the 4. Yeah, that's the one for ranking of top 10 universities, all normalized and weighted. So you take the top 10, just like you did. The other one, we're asking you to rank the top 10 universities that are 10 to 19 years old. 10 to 19 years old, okay, fine, no problem. Normalized weighting. So how do you do this? How do you do the 20 to 29 years old? How do you do 30 to 39? Less than 10 years old. How do you do that? They will go to subject rankings, science and all that. Let me just show you very, very quickly, and you will enjoy it. So now we want to rank by age of institution. How do you do it? So you go to sort. Let's do custom sort. So the sort by total score, and then let's see. So let's see, watch me closely. You are sorting now by age of university, age of institution. Then the second sort on total, no, not that, to sort on total, we're going to get to. Yeah, okay, fine. So taking age of institution, then you go to here. Look at this very carefully. You are going to add another level. You are saying sort by age of institution, then by what? A total score. That's the one. And then you say, okay. So that's what it has. This is the age. So you can see 10 to 19 years all the way down, and it has done the sorting by total score. Has done that? Okay, we didn't say we should have done. I like what I've just done. We'll ask you to sort from Z to A. Yeah, so see what happened before? It was sorting the total score by smallest to highest. Now we want it from largest to highest. Let's see what happens. So you can see it has changed it to 90. So the top 10 will be from Adio Matthew Olufemi University is number 1. Olatunji Sunday is number 2. Onova Christopher. So that's it. You just take up to number 10, the 10th one. That's actually here. So that's what you're going to use as a report for this particular one. They have asked you to do the next one is so let's go all the way down. Yeah, 20 to 29. So it takes it from there to 20. Yeah, this is the highest one for 20 to 29. That's Thomas Andrew University, followed by Olatukumbo, number 2. So you take up the next 10, and it goes on the way like that. Okay, so 30 to 29, and then below. So that's all what we want from you. Yeah, so we're doing it all the way to less than 10 years. After that, you want to rank by subject. You want to do science, you want to do social sciences, and what I've just given to you here. So how do you achieve that? Hey, let me give you a demo of that too. Yeah, it's the same procedure like we did before. You go to sort, custom sort. So we're now sorting not by age of institution, but by the subject, discipline. Yeah, here, discipline. And we're now also sorting by total score. Please watch what I'm doing. And so largest to smallest. So let's go. So now we have allied health sciences. I don't think I've asked you to do allied health sciences. I've asked you to do arts. So the number one in arts, let's take on the scores here, the total scores here. The number one in arts is this, Ogungbile Akim. The number two is this, Idowu Olufemilayo Elizabeth. University, Bolaji Olufemilayo. University, number three, and it goes on like that. So you just take only the top 10. And then I think I asked you to do science, no, not basic medical sciences. Just check what I've asked you to do. I didn't ask you to do all of them, so as to save time. I think I asked you to do education, and so just check that. Let's even check what I've asked you to do. Yeah, so you're doing the top 10 in science, top 10 subject ranking, social sciences, administration and management, agriculture, arts. Yes, I remember that. So what is going to happen is you discuss like you normally do, and then the correct rankings of the 10 tables by 400 is this: discussion, recommendations, and conclusion 520. The total that you're going to have in your pocket is 4,550. Wonderful. So that done, let's look at the matter of sensitivity analysis. Now, if you change any of the values of the weightings, you'll be able to see that any slight change will change the rankings. So that has been practiced over the years, and but you need to just stay with what you have got and then move on. So you change one or two weightings by even plus or minus 5%, and you observe that the rankings will shift. So if I want to make Lagos State University to be better than Harvard, all I need to do is to modify the weighting, get my different indicators, and so that's it. But you see, the ranker has the first and final say about its indicators and the weightings. Nobody go catch up. So what have we done in this lesson? The summary is that we looked at the meaning of weighting, we looked at the process of weighting and ranking after normalization, and we applied normalization and weighting in ranking a data set. Next lesson, how one will do wonderful. That's been the last lesson, lesson number 10. And we're going to look at how you publish your ranking results on a website. You know, all the rankings that we learn, we'll go to the website and see the thing. You go do your under the roof. No, you're going to publish it. So that's going to be really exciting. Until that next time, people, it is bye for now, and have a very nice weekend from Peter Okebukola.